while, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut the Instagram feed and finish up on YouTube. If you want to continue the conversation, your best bet is to get on YouTube so you don't have to cut the live stream and move from one platform to the next. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning. Today we want to talk about how do women use their energy to grow themselves. First of all, majority of women are using energy to direct it outward in an external manner, which means what you're doing is you're using your energy to help other people. And I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying this is where the majority of women's energy go towards is helping other people, nurturing other people, uh, making other people feel good about themselves, helping other people accomplish things. And what we do, we tend to forget about ourselves. We use our energy indirectly to grow others. And when you do that, you forget how to use your energy to grow yourself. And so we're going to focus in on a conversation of how do we use our energy to grow ourselves. I was having a conversation with one of my one-on-ones, an inner circle member, and I asked her a very important question. And I'm going to ask you this question also. While I'm going through the content, the information, I want you to ask yourself, what have I done for myself in the last 5 years? And write it down, take a moment, and look at it. Because a lot of us don't realize that we're using all our energy to grow other people because we are actually socially conditioned to do so. This is something that starts as a little girl. As a little girl, you're taught how to be kind, how to be nice, how to put others before yourself. And most of us have not gotten out of that putting others before ourselves. So we tend to use our energy indirectly. We grow other people. That is the reason why when people are connected to us, they become better. They do better, they are better, they heal, they go on off and run off into the sunset as a better human. But today we want to talk about how do we use that energy to grow ourselves and to pour into ourselves and to give that energy to ourselves to create the type or be the type of woman that we want to be. But ask yourself, what have I done in the last 5 years for myself to grow myself? And that probably isn't the same way I put it in the beginning, but the question is, what have I accomplished for myself in the last 5 years? And what I want you to do is take off all the things that you've done for others. I want you to think solely on yourself. Look at all the things you've done for yourself in the last 5 years to grow yourself and to improve yourself and create the world that you want to live in for yourself. So, how do women use the energy to grow themselves? Majority of people would tell you that in order to grow yourself, that you have to just be. And I'm going to tell you that in order to absolutely grow yourself, you have to find the energetic balance between doing and being in order to grow yourself and give that energy back to yourself. Let's go. I'm going to give you an example of what that looks like. Let's say that I have an issue with validation. I seek out validation. I do things to be validated. I cannot rest unless I'm validated. So if I wanted to be and to do, I would look, what do I need to do to be how do I validate myself? And then I would do by putting action into validating myself. Maybe it takes for me to encourage myself. Maybe it takes me to affirming myself. Maybe it takes me to creating new connections with new people so that I can be in a better circle of people. I would use that in order to get that energetic balance, because what you have to do in order to grow yourself and your energy, you have to get that balance for yourself. You have to figure out, how do I do and be? How do I have the perfect homeostasis, the perfect energetic balance so that I can grow myself and use my energy for myself? Because as a little girl, you were taught not to use your energy for yourself. All of the training that you have as a little girl, you have to absolutely, it's going to be a basic to the level of tossing it to the side and unlearning all the things that you learned as a little girl. As a little girl, you might have restricted your voice. You might have decided, I'm not going to stand up for myself. I'm not going to communicate this in a way. You've taught to absolutely minimize yourself so that you can fit in or that so you can be accepted. So you have to learn to redirect that energy for yourself to grow yourself. Instead of restricting yourself and making yourself small and minimizing your presence and minimizing your ability to be there, you have to actually figure out, okay, how do I speak up for myself? How do I give myself courage so I can speak up in this meeting where people are talking over me? Or how do I speak up for myself when this guy that I'm in a relationship with, he doesn't care what I want, because he doesn't know what I want. You have to learn how to pour into yourself and redirect the energy that you're giving out to others and redirect it to yourself. When you take and redirect that energy towards yourself, you will learn that you're gonna be able to create new realities. You're gonna be able to create connections. You're gonna evolve and elevate. You become the better woman for it. But a lot of us are still stuck in that pattern where the little girl in us, we were taught that we should be quiet. We should only speak when we're spoken to. We were taught that we should be kind. And y'all, I see this every single day when I'm doing these one-on-ones, and I have women who are dating men, and instead of them looking at the red flags that's right in front of them, what do? They tend to look at the good in them. And the bad things there's more bad things than good things. But since we have that little girl in us that is still trying to figure out how do we get approval, how do we get a validation, how do we get acceptance, we will still go forward. And when you start to absolutely redirect your energy towards yourself and allow your energy to grow you, and you get that beautiful energetic balance of being and doing, you will find that you'll see yourself grow in all levels, not just physically, not just mentally, not just spiritually, not just emotionally. You will see yourself begin to elevate and evolve. Hello, Marcel on YouTube. Hello, Louie. I'm so glad I came across your channel. This is already so good. Thank you so much. But you have to learn how to redirect your energy, because too many women are directing energy towards other people because you were taught that as a little girl. And there's nothing wrong with helping, but when help goes too far, when you've helped somebody so much to the point you're not giving anything to yourself, you've given all that you can give, that you depleted of energy. You don't have anything for yourself. Your energy is not going towards yourself. It's not directed towards yourself. It's directed towards other. And I think every woman on this live stream, we have an example of that. We have an example. We have poured our energy into other people to the point of depletion. We poured our energy to the point of other people have been healed by it. Other people have created connections by it. Other people have created empires by it. Other people have gotten promotion by it. We've done so much support and giving and redirecting our energy towards others that we don't have anything to give to ourselves. And so you have to absolutely walk that beautiful balance of not just being, because it's easy to be. It's easy to be. It's easy just to acknowledge and be. It's easy to know that you have a fixed mindset when you feel like this is what it is. It's easy to be. It's harder to actually figure out what do I do to actually evolve and elevate my mindset. What type of plan can I put together so that I can become better and I can get to a place where I'm not just in a fixed mindset, I have a growth mindset. You have to learn how to not just, it's easy to redirect energy to other people. It's harder to focus in and direct it towards ourselves, because sometimes the reason why we're not directing towards ourselves is because we don't feel like that. We feel there's uncertainty there. There's an insecurity there. There's fear there. We're scared of facing ourselves. We're scared of actually looking at the issue at hand. We're scared of looking at the fact that we feel needy, or we feel like that we need validation, we need approval, and we need acceptance, and we need community, or we need family. So we don't want to face these things because it's so much easier to go in and use all your energy to help somebody else do something for themselves versus absolutely using your energy to grow yourself. It's easy to walk outside your door and help your friends and your family, help them get to that next level. It's absolutely easy to help them, encourage them, and affirm them, and help them feel good about themselves. But it's hard for us to actually do the work so that we can redirect their energy towards ourselves. And a lot of times when you don't redirect the energy towards yourself, this is the reason why you don't feel grounded. You will never feel grounded. I hate to be the bearer of bad news and tell you that you will never feel grounded. You will never feel safe. You'll never feel secure. You'll never feel like you'll always feel somewhat lonely in this world as long as you're not grounded. And the only way to become grounded is actually learning how to redirect the energy towards yourself, to absolutely take what you're giving to others and take it for yourself. It's not saying that you have to be a bad person and you have to ignore the people who need you in your life. you can do two things at once. You can absolutely be there for your children. You can be there for your husband, for your man. You can be there for your friends and your family, but you have to learn to be there for yourself. You have to learn to pour into yourself and use your energy to grow yourself. That's the reason why you have to ask yourself these important questions of, what have I done for myself? And some of us, when we ask ourselves those questions, we think along the lines of the doing that we do. We don't think about the being. We don't think about the other side of the coin. If you don't have a great balance between being, where you're absolutely in your essence of being, and the doing, because the being is going to be, you know what you need to know. You know that you need to figure out how to validate yourself so that you don't have to get the external validation. You know that you feel that you don't have, you feel like you don't have approval in a certain sense. You know this, but you're not doing anything to take care of the issue. You're not doing anything to validate yourself. You're not doing anything to get that approval that you need. As long as you don't have that balance between being and doing, you will always feel like you're not grounded. And not feeling grounded leads to that insecurity, that overly emotional, that being overly emotional, that leads to you feeling like you're alone. Because the thing is, when you feel like you're alone, you negate to realize that you carry you everywhere. You carry you everywhere. All right, so let me see what Instagram is saying. Then I'm going to switch over to YouTube. How to redirect that energy to you? That's steps to that. Yes, there's steps to redirect that energy. First of all, you have to have faith that you are absolutely capable of redirecting that energy, that you're capable of following the process and it happening for you. You have to have that. Then also, you have to have the ability to not just be, but do. It's easy for us to know what the issue is. We know that we're seeking approval. We know we're posting things on social media. We're going to our friends and oversharing. We're emotionally dumping on people. But what are we doing to counteract that? What are we doing to deal with this issue at hand versus actually burying it and pretending that it does not exist? So you have to not only be, you have to do, which means you have to have a plan of action to redirect that energy. You have to absolutely, when it comes down to, you have to hone in on that particular situation. Because when it comes down to redirecting the energy to yourself, only you, this journey is personal. This journey is personable to you. Only you can to hone in on what the issue is, as far as, is it validation? Is it approval? Is it insecurity? Is it fear? Is it loneliness? What is the issue? And then once you figure out that, that's the being. That's absolutely looking in, honing in on what that being is. And then do. This is where we put the action. This is where we put the boots on the ground. This is where we put one stiletto at a time. This is where we look at, oh, I have a validation issue. Then I like validation. I like people to approve of me. I like people to say I'm doing a good job. Like, why can't I give that to myself? How do I give that to myself, for myself? How do I redirect that energy instead of seeking out validation from others? How do I redirect it towards myself? I'm going to create a plan. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to learn to get up every single day and encourage myself. I'm going to have faith that I can absolutely go through this process. I absolutely have all the tools that I need in order to make it happen for me. I can redirect my energy. I can create a plan every single day. I get up and I read something that's very motivational out, or I give myself affirmation. I encourage myself. I put myself around positive people and have a positive circle. So you have to create a plan. You can't just be or have an understanding of what it is. You have to do. And most people, when we're talking about energy and growing themselves, this is where it doesn't go anywhere. This is where people become stagnant because they know that they have these issues. They know about the approval needs that they have. They know the clinginess that they have. They know the love, the loneliness that they have. They know the feelings of insecurity that they have. But what are you doing in order to help yourself with that situation? What are you doing to make things better for yourself? If you have a feeling of insecurity and you're looking for approval from other people, you're expending so much energy trying to get other people to approve you so that you feel secure in yourself. How do you bring security to yourself? How do you make yourself feel like you're secure, like you're grounded. And you will never feel grounded until you go through the process of inner work. And it's always going to go back to inner work when it comes to this. It's always going to go back to self and acceptance and showing up for yourself and creating a plan. It's always going to go back to that. It's always going to go back to redirecting the energy. So if I'm going to redirect that energy because I have insecurities, then I'm going to sit here and focus in on creating a space for me so that I'm going to feel like that I'm seen. I'm gonna start hanging around people who make me feel bad about myself. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the friends who make me feel bad about me. I'm gonna get rid of the people who tell me that I'm not pretty, that I'm ugly, that I'm never gonna have anything. So that's not helping me with my insecurity. If I'm actually piling in people who absolutely reflect that back to me. So I'm gonna go and get me a whole new crew of people. These crew of people, they're gonna believe in me. They're gonna see me for me. And they're gonna tell me that, hey, you're doing a good job. Hey, you're pretty. You're doing well. And then I'm gonna encourage myself every single day. I'm gonna get up every single day and I'm gonna look in the mirror and I'm saying I'm pretty. I'm pretty. I look good. I got all these things going on. I'm gonna remind myself of all the things that I am doing and redirect that back to myself. I'm gonna give myself, and slowly I'm gonna build that way of giving myself that approval that I need. At one point, I was giving that energy outside of myself. I was giving that energy away to others. And this was absolutely, even if it sounds like a negative energy that you're giving out to people, people can thrive on that. That is the way energy works. People who reflect back your insecurities, they can thrive on you being insecure. This makes them feel better about themselves. This makes their self-image and their lot in life look better. So you have to be very careful when you are absolutely directing energy outside of yourself, because the people who are absolutely using it, they're using it to improve themselves. They're using it to improve their own self-image and self-concept and their own self-confidence. They're using it so they can go out here and feel better about their lot in life. See, you over here telling everybody else about how you don't look good, you're not pretty, nothing ever works out for you, and they just eating it up. And they're using that energy to go out there and say, well, hey, she's pretty, but she doesn't feel good about herself. Let me go out here and get some for me. Let me go out here and let me go try for this new promotion because I feel better about myself. Look at her, she's pretty, but she doesn't see herself in that way. She's directing all this energy to me, and since it's a negative energy, people still can utilize it to absolutely build on their lives. So if you want to use your energy to grow yourself, you have to actually redirect everything back towards you instead of outward. Stop doing the external where you're waiting on someone else to come through and save you, or waiting for someone else to come through and make you feel good about yourself, or someone else to come through and make you feel safe, or someone else to come through and make you feel self-confident. You're going to have to go in and create a plan how you can give that to yourself. If I'm sitting here redirecting all this energy about my self-confidence and people who are eating it up like it is cereal, like it is the best thing since sliced bread, I'm going to learn how to redirect that energy to myself. And that may be, I might have to use, there's an exercise I use all women when they come in and I see they have low self-confidence. I tell them to do mirror work. I tell them every single day they're required to get in front of the mirror and they're required to talk good about themselves. I want them to talk sweet to themselves. I want them to sit in that mirror and I'll say, I want you to talk about all the good things that you see in that mirror. And I want you to look in your eyes, because there's something about looking in the eyes and looking our eyes mirrored back to us. We can literally see into our souls. We can see how we feel about ourselves, and we don't like it. We don't like it. And this is the reason why a lot of people, when they're looking in the mirror, they can't hold that reflection for long when they don't have good self-confidence. When you have high self-confidence, you can look in that mirror all day long. You may catch yourself looking in the mirror all the time. All the time. Like, oh, I look good today. I'm really rocking the dress. I look like I'm working out. Look at that. So you have to absolutely learn how to redirect your energy. You don't have to I'm not saying you have to be mean or just ignore your responsibilities or ignore the people that you love. I'm saying you cannot give it all away. When you give all of your energy and you redirect your energy to other people, they get the benefits of it. You do not. They get the benefits of you not feeling good about yourself. They get the benefits of you being clingy. They get the benefits of you needing a validation. They get the benefits of you not being self-confident. They get the benefits and you are not. And it's absolutely, you will see examples of that in your real life if you're willing to challenge yourself. because it's hard to face you. You can go in here and face bears, lions, tigers. Some of y'all ain't scared of nothing. You ain't scared of no animals that walk. You ain't scared of nothing that walk on two legs. But you're scared of yourself. You're scared to look at yourself in the mirror and absolutely see that you're giving all your energy away to other people. This is why they're surpassing you. This is why they're going by you. This is why they are living their best lives, because they are growing, evolving, elevating off the energy that you're giving to them. You can give to them, but also give to yourself. Never forget yourself. It's your energy that will ground you. The energy that you give yourself to grow yourself, it will be the energy that grounds you. It will be the energy that will allow you to walk alone at night because you believe that God has a big stick. That energy will ground you and help you to not feel that fear or insecurity that I would say mere mortals experience. Because when you use your energy to grow yourself and you elevate, evolve, and grow and create and connect, and your life is slowly but surely becoming the thing that you want, you becoming a woman that you want to be, you will you'll feel more grounded in that situation versus giving your energy away to others. For me as a woman, self-awareness helps me. Absolutely. Absolutely. Self-awareness, knowing what it is. Because it's easy to get stuck here and not really know what it is. And I absolutely, this reason I did this video, because I feel like a lot of women don't know what it is. I feel like they do not know what it is. They do not know what the issue is. You see other people surpassing you. You see people elevating. You see people's level up. They're thriving. You see people getting the things that you want, and you're like, what's happening? It is probably because you're using your energy towards others and not towards yourself. And since you're not using it towards yourself, other people are using it. You're gonna see people go back past you. You're gonna see people get that promotion that you did get. You're gonna see people buy those houses and cars that you don't have. You're gonna see people have those healthy relationships that you don't have. You're going to see people be very self-confident and you lack it. You're going to see people not needing validation when you do. You're going to see people not needing approval when you do. You're going to see these things when you're not using the energy that is yours by right to grow yourself, because you're giving it all away. You're redirecting other things, and you don't have that balance of doing and being, and you just can't just be. And it's easy just to be. It's easy just to become self-aware and just see what the issue is. But what are we doing? What are we doing? If you see that you have an issue and you lack self-confidence, what are you doing to become more self-confident? What type of plan do you have in place? What are you doing to redirect your energy so that you can feel self-confident? As long as you're directing your energy externally and outwardly into other people, you will never feel grounded. You will never feel that sense of safety and that sense of knowing, that sense of understanding and comprehension when it comes to self. Because you have to have, because a lot of women ask me the question about how do you feel so confident and you feel so safe and you feel like you can do any and everything in the world. It is because I do feel grounded. I do feel like that God walks with a big stick for me. I feel like that anything that I do, He's always there near me, and that's faith. That's faith. And I didn't realize that so many people don't have a sense of faith, even if you don't have a sense of any type of religion or God or source or energy. If you don't have faith in self, you don't have faith that you can complete the process, that you can do the things that you want in life. All of that, all of this is for nothing. It's for nothing, because you have to have a sense of faith. And I do. I have a sense of faith. I have a sense of faith that no matter what I'm doing, God walks with a big stick for me. Like He's always behind me. I can do the things that He's called me to do, and I would do it all safety and security. And I also have a sense of myself. I know myself very well. And I use my energy not only to help others. And this is the reason why y'all see, like some people question the fact why I don't come all the time. It is because I come genuinely. I come not as an opportunist. And since I don't come as an opportunist, I come in genuine. I'm using my energy, and this energy is impactful. The energy that I use when I show up, I'm very present and I'm engaged, and I want my energy to touch. And I don't come, even if I don't resonate with it and I'm not able to direct my energy outward for you all, I don't come in all, because I know that I have to bring that extra set of the extra set of energy that is going to touch, impactful, and elevate. And that energy takes from me. It takes for me to do the live streams. It takes for me. And since it takes for me, I have to rebuild that. I have to ground myself. I have to rebuild that so I can give it again and do it again and rinse and repeat and do it over and over and over again. So that's the reason why I don't show, because I come in an authentic way and not an opportunist way. And I come in a way where I'm absolutely caring and want to see women elevate and want women to evolve. So I have to absolutely make sure that I'm using my energy to grow myself and my livelihood and my family, and elevate and keep my inner journey continue to grow and keep my energy journey in its continuation. So you're going to redirect your energy by having a plan, knowing, absolutely looking at your life and saying, what have I done for myself in the last 5 years? That can answer a lot of questions. When I did that activity with one of my inner circle members, she had a whole list of the things that she had did and the things that she had accomplished. And sometimes we don't see what we, how we're directing our energy. We only feel the physical symptoms of it. We feel tired and drained because our energy is going outward and it's not being directed towards us. It's going outward to help people. It's going outward to nurture others. It's going outward to support others. It's going outward to be there for people. It's going outward to grow and elevate and evolve others, but it's not doing that for us. And if it's not doing it for you, then it's time to redirect your energy and grow yourself. It is time to take take your energy back, and you don't have to. Like I said, you can do two things at once. That's we're women. We can do two things at once. We can definitely, absolutely be there for our family members, the ones that we love, but we also need to grab some time for ourselves. You need to have some time slotted just for you. Every single morning I get up, I have an hour or two just for me. And that is the time where I am back to grounding. I am journaling. I am meditating. I'm bringing my energy back to me. I am pouring into myself so I can pour into others. Because if I don't have anything to give to others, I shouldn't be giving anything. And this is how you continue to grow yourself. When you stop giving it all away, you're giving everything to everybody else, and you have nothing left for yourself. It is your energy that others are growing, your energies that others are creating, your energy other people are connecting. People are doing so much with your energy, but why aren't you using it for yourself? Why aren't you using the energy for yourself? Instead of sitting here ignoring the things that you have going on, because it's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day of life and ignore what you need to do. It's easy to get caught up in family, children, work, all of the other issues that go with life, and we don't give back to ourselves. You have to learn how to give back yourself. Create a space in your schedule where you can just be by yourself, and then take that time to absolutely address the things that you need to address, instead of just writing about the fact that you fall in love with every person that comes around. How do I love myself so much that I fall more in love with me instead? How do I go about getting this done? Create a plan behind it. Remember, there's nothing, it doesn't matter if only thing we can do is be. Being is the essence of self. If that's the only thing you're gonna do, you're still not gonna feel grounded in the things that you need to do as far as your energy to grow yourself. You have to find an energetic balance between being and doing so that you can absolutely ground yourself and grow yourself using your energy to grow and elevate and evolve. You should be able to look over the last 5 years and look at how you use your energy to grow yourself. It When I sit here and I answer that question, I start really thinking deeply about my last 5 years. My last 5 years, I've created a community for service. I've created and evolved myself to the point where even my character is different. I no longer feel like I have to be petty because I know that God has it. I don't have to feel like I have to get my lick back or I have to say something back. I know sometimes it's best to leave things alone. I have evolved myself to the point where I can see not only the good in people, and I can see them in their entirety and not just be one-sided. That I can see them in entirety, and then I can make a genuine decision if I should even engage or entertain those people in the first place. I have grown so much in the last 5 years by pouring my energy into myself and being very aware of how much of my energy am I giving to my community, how much of my energy am I giving to my loved ones, how much of my energy am I giving to myself? Am I giving anything to myself? Because some of y'all ain't giving nothing to yourself, and it's obvious. Like you done sit here and supported and held other people up while they were going through their thing. They sit here, they got your number on speed dial. They calling you every single day. They can call and emotionally dump on. They already know who's gonna sit here and listen to all of that. But you're not giving back to yourself. Sometimes you're gonna have to get off that phone. Sometimes instead of allowing other people to emotionally dump on you and letting them leave their problems at your doorstep, you're gonna have to start pulling back and say, okay, I don't have the energy for this. I don't have anything else to give to somebody else. I got to give to me. I have to take time for myself. I can't continue just to sit here and support other people while they emotionally dump on me and they just tell me all their problems and I'm giving them a solution and I'm sitting here on their side and I'm doing all these things. But what am I doing for myself? What am I pouring into myself? How am I becoming better? How am I creating the life that I wanted? How am I becoming the woman that I want to be? Am I not becoming the woman I want to be because of the fact that I'm giving all my energy to everybody else? You done gave everybody your energy to Tom, Dick, and Harry. They're becoming better. They done sit here and went out and created a business, bought a house, bought 2 cars, and have savings for a lifetime. But you sitting here with nothing because you have not given your energy to yourself. You allow other people to profit off your energy. You allow other people to connect off your energy. You allow other people to elevate off your energy. You've allowed your energy to be used and for other people to grow from it, but you have not used it for yourself. You have not used it to grow yourself. You have not used it instead of sitting here seeking approval. Learn how to give yourself approval. What can you do? What kind of plan can you create so that you can give yourself approval every single day? Because one thing I'm going to do, I approve me. Even if you don't approve me, you don't got to like me because I approve me. Your approval is last. Mine was first. So you have to learn how to grow yourself. And you don't have to be a crappy human being or a horrible person to grow yourself. You can still redirect your energy every single day towards yourself, but you have to actually schedule that in because we over here, we doing things. We creating new realities. We birthing new realities. We changing and shifting identities. We making it and creating and giving to others that we have to absolutely schedule ourselves in. And that's where it may come down to. In order to redirect your energy, you may have to schedule yourself in because we got a lot going on over here. Yes, we may be on easy mode, but easy mode still has a schedule. It still has a plan. It has direction. We still have a purpose. So we on easy mode. So how do we redirect our energy towards ourselves? We create space for ourselves. Like you got space for everybody else. You answer the phone for everybody else. Everybody else calling you. You the person they call on when they need some help or assistance. You the person they look for when they don't have they have a question. So how do we give ourselves space? You got to create it for yourself. You gonna have to take it for yourself. People ain't gonna give you your energy back. You're gonna have to take it. You're gonna have to take your energy back. You're gonna have to stop thinking that other people are gonna think of you before they think of themselves. It's human nature to think of ourselves. It's human nature to see if we can collect energy, especially if you're a leaky energy woman. You're gonna continue to collect energy in order to feel somewhat complete. And that's what some people are doing. You have to recognize leaky energy so you don't sit here and try to complete them. There is no completion for them. They have to ground themselves for themselves. That has nothing to do with you. Learn to recognize when someone is just using your energy to complete themselves. They need approval, so they're seeking it from you. They want you to say that they look nice today. They want you to say they look pretty today. They want you to make them feel good about themselves so they can go on about their day. You have to learn when that energy is so leaky, that energy is, I don't want to say toxic because it's not necessarily toxic. It's just being incomplete. When it is in nature, it is a part of nature for nature to figure out how to be whole. Human beings are trying to figure out how to be whole, so they seek out things to complete themselves. And when you're trying to grow your energy and grow yourself, you have to figure out instead of seeking outside of yourself and redirecting your energy to get that leak plugged, you need to figure out how do I complete myself? How do I make myself whole? How do I pour into myself and use my energy to grow myself so I can feel a sense of completion, safety, and security. And this gives me a sense of being grounded. And you can't, the trick is, I'm going to tell you as a person who's done all this, you will never feel grounded until you get yourself. You will, until you absolutely collect and grow your energy and accept yourself, you will never feel grounded. You will still walk through life somewhat seeking completion, somewhat seeking something to make you feel secure, make you feel grounded, make you feel enough, make you feel validated, make you feel approved. So it's gonna start where you say, no one can give you this. That's the unfortunate truth. No one can give you this. I can't give you this, no matter how much I know that my energy is impactful, and it energizes. I can't give you this. I can only give you the information. I can only give you the information. You have to do the work so that you can absolutely complete yourself. And so when you go out here and you're dating, you won't seek out someone who's going to make you feel what you feel like you lack. You're going to seek out someone who sees the wholeness in you, who is also whole. This is true because I realize men I have dated elevated significantly while we in a relationship. And that's what women do this all the time. This is something they do all the time. They get with the man, okay, and they direct all their energy towards him. He's opening businesses. He's becoming a better man. He's learned how to communicate. He's learned how to connect with people. He's improving his looks. He's doing all the things to elevate and grow, and all your energy within him. And since he's also leaky energy, he's going to seek out someone else to go to the next level. He's going to go and seek someone else who's on another level than you so he can get that next thing, because he is not complete. Men who do that and they utilize women energy in that way, they normally aren't complete themselves, and they're seeking someone who make them feel complete. And once they get all they can get from you and your energy, they just go to the next one who has her energy, and he goes to try to pull on that. But you have to use your energy to grow yourself and elevate yourself and create your own reality and shift your own identity and live the life that you desire and be the woman that you want to become. The only way you're going to do that, if you learn to cut out some time for yourself so that you can grow your energy for yourself. Absolutely. I love the young lady that said self awareness, because during that process of time and creating time for yourself, you have to be self aware. You have to be aware of what you need, because it's not going to work if you don't have any idea. If you're waiting for other people to tell you what you need, if you're waiting for other people to tell you that you're seeking out approval, that these things are just a way to get validation, or that you lack self-confidence, or you're very insecure, or you're operating out of fear, or you always feel lonely, or you always feel alone, you have to absolutely become self-aware so that you know what you need, so that you can start redirecting your energy towards that thing. And then once you redirect your energy towards that thing, it's not enough just to be, because now we're being, we're self-aware, we're in our essence. Now it's time to do, so we can reach energetic balance, where we have that beautiful balance between being and doing. Then we will absolutely be able to be grounded. And being grounded, having that sense of being grounded, where you're having a knowing of self and your own essence and your own energy, and you're truly tapped in intuitive to yourself and your needs and your wants. This is a whole nother power in itself. It's a whole nother energy in itself to absolutely know yourself and to be able to move accordingly. And this gives you a sense of being grounded, because it's like being on a it's definitely like being, it's like feel like having land beneath your feet, where you're grounded and you're growing and evolving and elevating, and you know that there's land beneath your feet. You're not going anywhere because you got you. And see, that's where it comes from. A lot of women don't got themselves, and you don't have yourself, and you don't understand yourself. You haven't taken the time to understand yourself and your energy and how to use it for yourself. You will not ever feel grounded. This is the reason why we have so many women that are literally walking around. They have everything and still feel unsafe and still feel alone. and still feel like they're not seen. That is because there is a sense of you have not grounded yourself. There's no land beneath your feet. All right, so we're 39 minutes in. I'm gonna go ahead and end the Instagram and I'm gonna finish up on YouTube. And I will see you all on the next one. You have a good one. Yeah, you have to use your energy to grow yourself. And you don't, like I said, you don't have to be a bad person. I'm not talking about you have to turn into this evil witch. You ain't got to run around here telling people about themselves or mistreating people or kicking dogs and puppies and stuff. You don't have to be that person. All you have to do is learn how to put some time into you. And when you're putting that time into you, don't just sit there like a knot on a log. Like I remember my grandma used to say it all the time. Stop sitting there like a knot on a log, like you don't know anything. Stop sitting there like you just lost. Don't just sit there like a knot on a log in that time and space. Take the time to really be self-reflective and aware and look at what you truly need. Stop lying to yourself. Stop realizing that you're overly emotional. Like you use all these emotions. You have these strong emotions about any and everything. You have strong emotions about the person who said something to you that was really nasty. You have strong emotions about the way someone spoke to you. You have strong emotions, all so overly emotional. And you're worried about these emotions and how your emotions affect others and how they're feeling and how you can make it feel better for them. All that energy going towards them is only growing them. It isn't growing you. And instead of sitting here just being and knowing that you're having these issues being emotional, you're overly emotional, then you need to ask yourself those deeper questions and then do what can I do to handle my emotions? How can I express my emotions in a healthy manner? How can I express myself? How can I speak up for myself? How can I uh, do what I need to do for me so that you can move forward? Like, use your energy to grow yourself. No one was ever born on this planet to continue to be stagnant. And see, that's what happens when you don't grow yourself, you don't use the energy to grow yourself, you become stagnant, you become destructive, you become unaware, and you absolutely do not grow your mindset. Your mindset becomes fixed. You become less conscious. When you don't take the time to grow yourself, these are things that you will see happening. You will see. This is the reason why I come across women. They're like, they act like they ain't got no options. Like, just imagine a world where you don't got no options. Like we live in. I'm American. I know everybody else, maybe from somewhere else, but I know how I have so many options in how I can live my life and where I can go and who I can be and what I can do. But I literally come across women, they don't have any options. They have a fixed mindset. They're still stuck in the past. They're still thinking about what happened 5 years ago, what happened 6 years ago, what happened with that last relationship. They're still stuck there. And as long as they continue to give that energy to that, they're only making that other person grow, that other person use their energy, that other person take from them. As long as basically they're living rent free in your head, if you're constantly thinking about your past and what that person did to you and what they said to you and how they treated you. If you're still there and you have not moved forward, you have not begun to use your energy to grow yourself, you're only using your energy to grow them. You're only using that energy because the thing is, when we stop giving our energy, even energetically, mentally, to other things that do not align with us or do not grow us, we will begin to grow ourselves. We will begin to become better. Having that person having a foothold in your energy and able to utilize it for their own benefits and for them to grow, for them to become better, and for them to grin in your face because they know they're getting big off your energy. You have to absolutely be careful about directing your energy externally and towards people, behaviors, experiences, and things that are not going to help you grow for yourself. You're not able to use that energy to grow and create for yourself. You can't even use your own energy to shift your identity. Why haven't you taken the time and space to be able to change? Like what you were doing before wasn't serving you, and now you can, if you absolutely accept it and start using that energy to grow yourself, you can take that time to start shifting identities and start changing. so you can become the better version of yourself, so that you can love on yourself and you can grow and elevate, so you can be the woman that you deserve and desire to be, versus the woman who's stuck in the past and who's only concerned about what somebody else did to them in the past or what someone else said to them or how they were treated in the past. Start using your energy to grow yourself versus growing a thing, a memory, a person. Start using your energy so you can elevate and you can create and you can shift identities and you can create your own new reality, and that you can become the better woman. You can become the woman who's grounded and stable and secure, a woman who knows herself, a woman who can use her energy to create her own foundation, a woman who can create and give herself that sense of safety and security instead of sitting here seeking it out in other things and other people. You can use your energy to grow yourself and be the best version of you. You do not have to give it away. You do not have to uh, thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 1111. Ooh, thank you. Absolutely. You use your energy to grow yourself. Take the time for self. That's the very first step. If you don't have time for self, create time for self. Instead of sitting here giving it all to someone who calls you in the morning and talk about all the things that they have and they complain about their day and the things that are going on in their life, uh, let some of those phone calls go and start creating a time for you to sit there and reflect and become self-aware. And then once you hone in on the thing that is going to give you more energy for yourself and grow yourself, then you create a plan behind it. If you know that the only reason you're in certain friendships is for proximity. Like that's what I've come to the conclusion that a lot of women are in friendships from proximity. You're only friends with this girl because of the fact you went to kindergarten with her. Now it's time to move on because everything that she's doing, she's taking from you. She's even got more prettier off of your energy because the energy that they take, even if it's in a negative way, they can become better off of it. They're over here sitting here making you feel like you're not self-confident or make you very aware of yourself where you feel like there's something wrong with you, and here they are dressing better, looking better, their skin is cleared up, they are healthy. You over here coughing because you catch a cold every month, because every single time you're giving your energy and redirecting it towards someone else, and they're living off of it, they're growing off of it, they're getting big and fat off of your energy. So you have to learn how to utilize your energy for yourself and be aware when you're depleting yourself to when you don't have anything. Um, when you give energy to others, it needs to be from the overflow and not from the depletion. When you do it from the overflow, you have enough for yourself and others. When you do it from the depletion, you have enough for them only. And a lot of predators and people who prey on people who are insecure and live in fear, they look for people who are depleted, because in that depletion, you're not in the right mind. And in that depletion, you give your energy away willingly. And some of y'all give your energy away just because you don't want to be bothered. You would rather give it away to that person, and because you don't want to be bothered. You don't want to take the time to speak up for yourself and tell that person what you need. So you deplete yourself willingly. And I'm telling you, when you deplete yourself willingly and you don't use your energy to grow yourself, you deplete yourself. There is a physical issue that may come about because of it. This is why some of you all are very tired. This is why some of you are suffering from acne. This is why some of you are gaining weight. This is why some of you feel like you just can't get grounded, like you feel like there's something in you that is just not stable, because you are giving it all away and nothing's in overflow. All of your energy is being used outwardly, externally, and you're giving it away to other people. They're walking on cloud nine because you sit here and you support them and all they BS. You sit here and allow people to emotionally dump on you, and you allow people to use your energy that is for you, and you don't have anything else to give, and you continue to let people take. And you have to learn how to use your energy to grow yourself. Instead of giving it away, learn how to keep it and become very self aware of your energy tanks and realize that, hey, I can't give anything else. I have nothing else to give. If I don't sit here and take this time to be by self and become self aware, and instead of me going out here and seeking validation from this person because of the fact that I feel like that I'm not good enough, I need to figure out, how do I become good enough? How do I do things that make me feel with joy so I can feel good enough? How do I change my circle so that I can be around friends who pour into me instead of just take? You have to learn how to use your energy for yourself so you can grow and stop giving it away to other people. I think all of us, we all have that example. You could probably think of one person who you've given so much of your energy to, and they have become better. They have become great. They have done so many things. They've done even the things that you wanted to do. Because that's the thing about when you don't use your energy to grow yourself and grow others, you gave some of your best to somebody else. You gave your best ideas to them. And since they had the energy, the overflow, they were able to go out here and create the idea that you thought of. Like you sitting here had that idea about that business, they went ahead and did it. They had the energy to do so. They had the connections to do so. They were able to create from all the things that you were giving them to create and build the business that you wanted for yourself. So you have to learn how to take time for yourself. Stop giving it away to everybody. Everybody is not deserving. Start looking at the people that you are giving your energy to and see if you can cut it down, especially if you're not good at it in the beginning because you've been taught that you should be kind, you should be nurturing, you should give and give and give. You need to make sure that, hey, maybe it's time for me to start making my circle a little bit smaller so that I can grow my energy for myself. So maybe I can become more self-aware if I don't have so many people tugging at me. Too many of y'all got too many tugging at you. Too many people got their hands in the pot. Get their hands out the pot so that you can grow your energy for yourself and you can use it for yourself. And you'll realize that once you have that energy for yourself, you can go out here and become self-aware and work on the things have that are issues for you. You can, instead of seeking out validation, you can become the one that validates yourself. Instead of seeking out approval, you become the approval. You are the approval. Instead of looking for inspiration outside of yourself, you inspire yourself every single day. You get up and you encourage yourself. You be around people who are motivating. You do things that are going to inspire yourself to continue to move, put one stiletto in front of the other. We are giving our energy to someone who does not deserve it. Let's pull all our energy to ourselves. Absolutely. And you can tell when you have been doing this. And if you're doing it unaware, if you were to look at your past 5 years, what have you done for yourself? What have you done for yourself? I want you to take a moment and look at it. It's an honest question, a genuine question, because this is how you can know if you've actually been growing other people and using your energy for them and using your energy to help them become better and not for yourself. And there's nothing wrong with helping other people. You just can't help them if you haven't helped yourself. You are the first love. You are the first line of defense. If you can't help yourself, you can't help anybody else. One of the things that my grandmother taught me is never give to someone else that I need it back. So I don't even give something to another person unless that I can give it away freely. So I don't give my energy away unless I give it away freely. I don't sit here and try to push through and give my energy to others because I got to be a good person. I got to be seen as a certain way. I want people to think of me as kind. I want people to think of me a certain way. So I got to act this way in order for people to see me this way. I don't move like that because I know I have to absolutely use my energy to grow myself. I want to become a better woman than I was yesterday. I want to use my energy to create and serve my community. I want to use my energy to create a new reality. I want to be able to use my energy to shift identities and change my circumstance. I want to sit here and use my energy to create more money and bring and attract more money towards me. I want to use my energy to attract more friends and loved ones. I want to use my energy to help myself keep healthy because when you are depleted and you're not giving your energy to yourself, it will affect your health. You will see a physical symptom when your energy is depleted. When you're not giving your energy to yourself and you're giving it away to everybody else, you will see a physical symptom from it. You will see your health decline. You will see acne. You will see weight loss or weight gain. You will see things happening that are weird in your body that you've never seen before because your body, your spirit, your energy is warning you that there's something going on. It's letting you know we almost don't eat. We don't eat. You need to do something. You need to pull back. You need to start being a part of all these charities. You see you doing everything. You run around town, huh? Your schedule packed, huh? You ain't had no time for yourself, huh? You ain't spent no time by yourself to check in with your energy and yourself to make sure that you are not making yourself so busy that you're not aware. Because that's what you're doing. You're so busy, you're unaware. You're keeping yourself so distracted and give your energy to everybody else that you don't give your energy to yourself. And if you want to correct that, you're going to have to spend some time by yourself because no one can correct that other than you. You are the person, you're the first line of defense, you're the first love. And since you're your first love and the first line of defense, you have to put the time in. You have to get that balance of being and doing. That being is easy to know the issue and what the issue is for you. You know that, hey, you've been stretching yourself thin. You all the way around town. You're doing here, you're doing that. You're carrying him to work, or you're carrying your children to some kind of appointments. You're doing all these things. You're going here, you're going there, you're going everywhere. But you don't have time for yourself. And all of your energy is pouring into them. They're becoming better. They're becoming healthier. They're becoming more grounded. They're using that energy in a way that's going to assist them and make them great. But you are over here declining. You're declining because you're keeping yourself so busy, you're not aware. You're keeping yourself so integrated and focused in on what other people are doing and how other people are living and what other people are doing that you're not using your energy for yourself. So all of the energy you could have been using when you were running all on the town, you could have used that in order to attract more resources. You could have used it to attract more money, to attract more friends, to attract more opportunities, to create something, to be of service to people. You could have done all these things with your energy, but you didn't do it because you were too busy keeping yourself distracted. Because that's what we do when we're getting depleted. We distract ourselves. We don't want to absolutely face ourselves that we're doing too much. We're giving so much away that we're not taking the time for self. And since we don't take time for self, we feel like we're not on dry land. Like some of y'all are getting up every single day. Your energy is directed outward and externally to other people that you don't even feel like you're on dry land. You don't even feel like you're grounded. You feel like every day you get up, it is a trial and tribulation. Every single day, your energy is going everywhere but towards you. You're not spending time with yourself. You're not encouraging yourself. You're not inspiring yourself. You're not doing things that make you feel with joy. Why haven't you been on that trip? Why haven't you fulfilled yourself and collected your energy in order for it to grow by doing the things that you want to do that makes you feel joyful? Why haven't you been on that trip? Why haven't you took yourself out? Why haven't you went shopping? Why haven't you bought that new purse? Why haven't you done the things that make you feel fulfilled? Why haven't you even taken the time to read a book? You ain't even read a book, sis. You've been reading books all your life. You love reading books. It makes you feel energized. It makes you get back to self. But you haven't been reading it because you're too busy over here. You here, there, everywhere. You're all over the place, giving all your energy to everybody and anything. You over here focused in on what these celebrities are doing, giving all your energy to find out what celebrity is with what celebrity and who's sleeping with who and who cheating on who's stealing from who. You over there all up in that big business and all up in that mix, but you have not redirected any of your energy to figuring out, okay, who's sleeping, who cheating on me so I can get rid of them. Who over here doing me dirty so I can let them go? Who over here not bringing value so I can spin the block? Pour your energy back into yourself to grow yourself and create the life that you want and be the woman that you want to be. That is the only way that you're going to be able to elevate, evolve, create, and move forward. But you have to absolutely ask those hard questions. You have to absolutely look at your life and become very self-aware and create that time and space for yourself. Like, stop distracting yourself with all the things, because the things are going to keep coming. Like, the world going to keep moving. Like, the world is not going to stand still because you depleted. It's not. It's not going to stand still because you don't feel good about yourself. It's not going to stand still because you don't like yourself. It's not going to stand still because you don't know yourself. You're going to have to get to know yourself. You're going to have to spend time with yourself. You're going to have to absolutely create that balance between being, knowing what the issue is, and having a plan and moving forward. You're going to have to do the work in order for you to absolutely use your energy to grow yourself. While everybody else is getting high off the hog, off your energy, they living their best life. They're living their dreams out. They're living their desires out. They are the envy of everyone and the envy of none. But they are absolutely using your energy to grow themselves. And it's time for you to take your energy back. It's time for you to take your energy back and grow yourself. It's time for you to stop being focused on those things that are not going to elevate you, evolve you, and help you create the reality that you desire. It's time to stop focusing in on who's doing what. If they ain't doing anything to bring value to your life, there's no longer a focus on them. It's time to bring your energy away from that. If they ain't bringing positivity and inspiration in your life, it's time to stop focusing on them. It's time to stop accepting a phone call from people who want to emotionally dump on you. These people don't want solutions; they just want drama, and you have to learn to not pour into that or give an ear to that. Like one of the things I've learned, and this is why I said you have to always be using your energy to grow yourself. I no longer listen to gossip. You got to gossip, you got to go the other way. Because I've learned a lesson, a hard lesson at that, is that when you just listen and you're not even giving your input, they tend to put you in it. And I should have known anyway, because my grandma taught me one saying, uh, the dog that bring a bone, he definitely would carry one. He definitely would carry one. So while you over here allowing themselves to grow themselves off of your energy, you listen to all the gossip and all the things that's going on, and they have time to give you all of that energy about the gossip and who's doing what and where everybody's going, who cheating on who, and what they're doing over across town. You could have been using that energy to pour into yourself so you can create something for yourself. Maybe right now you're in the midst of trying to get a degree and you're in school. While you are over there giving that energy, actually study. Why you ain't over there putting that energy into reading so you can elevate and evolve yourself? Why aren't you over there trying to figure out if you're not confident? Why can't I be more confident? Why are you over there listening to her gossip when you should be sitting here focusing on you becoming more confident, you loving you becoming your own inspiration? Why aren't you doing those things, but you over here listening to other people gossip? And one of the things I learned that gossip is horrible. I don't admire it. I don't engage in it. I've learned that it's just the energy of gossip. That person will carry another bone. They're getting bigger and bigger off that energy because they just love the attention that it brings. They love being at the center of attention because they have knowledge that you do not. And that gives them a sense of self confidence that they know something that you do not know. See, that is how they're taking from you when you sit here and listen to the gossip and that. Thank you, bad energy. So use your energy to grow yourself. Stop allowing your energy to grow other people. Your energy, people could become fat off your energy that you give them because your energy is focused in on them. It's focused externally. It's not focused on how you can be the better woman, how you can have the things you want out of life. You sitting here distracted by any and everything that other people are doing that you're not giving to yourself. You don't even put time for yourself. So much distraction. And distraction definitely is the way to make sure that you're never redirecting energy towards you. But use your energy to grow yourself. Like one of the things that me doing the work that I do, the inner work that I do on myself, I have used the energy, my energy, to be impactful. Not only be impactful, to be of service, to be a part of, to create a community. I've used that energy to become a better person, a better woman. I've used that energy to don't listen to gossip and don't participate. I use that energy to help women to hone in and elevate. So I'm using my energy for myself in my community. I'm using my energy for my loved ones. You should use your energy for your loved ones and for the things that you want to create. So you can create the reality that you desire. Some of you are stuck in this insane loop of the past and doing the same thing over and over and over. And it's because you're not using your energy for yourself. You're using your energy for other people and other things. You're using a lot of energy just by putting yourself down. Here you go, talking badly about yourself. Like you talk horribly. It's always negative. You're never doing anything right. So use that energy constantly, make yourself feel lower and lower and lower. Instead of using that energy of figuring out, okay, if I don't feel great about myself, like I'm not self-confident, I don't like the way I look. So what can I do about it? What kind of plan that I can put together so I can feel more self-confident? What can I do so that I can start feeling and giving myself the self-confidence that I desire and I deserve as the woman that I'm trying to become? So you have to absolutely absolutely start using your energy to grow yourself. It's not just being, because all of us can be. Every one of us can be. We already pretty much know what the issues are, but now it's time to do. In order to feel grounded in life, you have to absolutely find the energetic balance of doing and being. Where you're being, you know that you need to do something about the validation issues that you have, or the approval issues that you have, or the need for acceptance that you have. Now it's time to do. How do I validate myself? And what kind of plan I put together? Well, for 30 days, I can pour into myself, and I can inspire myself, and I can love on myself. That is what you would do in order to start giving that energy back to yourself. When energy goes upward, you will be more attracted to others, because like energy going upward creates a magnetic force. Absolutely. When you absolutely use your energy to grow yourself, that energy makes you more magnetic and more attractive, because you walk a little bit, you're grounded. And since you're grounded, you feel like there's a land underneath you. You feel like you can go and do anything. This is the reason why y'all hear me say that I feel like God has big stick when it comes to me. That's because I feel like I can go any and everywhere, and I will still feel safe and secure, because I know God don't play about me. That's not just faith, that's also a knowing of self. That's also experience and seeing it over and over and over, that He's come through for me. And also that I've come through for myself. That I don't play about my energy. I don't play about me growing and becoming better. I don't play about me creating reality that I desire and deserve. I don't play about pouring my energy so I can grow myself as a woman. But use your energy to grow yourself. Stop, figure out where you're wasting your energy at, because I guarantee you, every one of you are wasting your energy somewhere, somehow, and giving it to people, things, memories, and thinking that doesn't matter anymore. And you need to learn how to give that back to yourself. How do you use that so that you can grow and elevate and evolve? How do you use that so you can improve your life? Like, start using your energy to improve your life. Not just improve your life, improve your livelihood, improve your thinking, your mindset. How do you improve yourself overall so you can become the woman that you want to be? Start using your energy for that. Start using your energy for that instead of using your energy to look at things that do not matter or bring value to your life. And I guarantee you start to see a shift, a change happen. When you start to absolutely pour into yourself, and you stop looking over there and everywhere and seeing what everybody else is doing and care about what everybody else is saying and what other people's opinions are, you'll be more grounded in self and more secure in yourself. And you'll give yourself the safety that you desire. Because most of us are looking for even these things outside of ourselves, when it comes with being grounded, making you feel as though you have your feet on land. You have to feel like you have your feet on land. Like, every day you have some control over your life and what direction you're going and how you're living your life. And you'll feel more confident in the decisions that you make. And you're trusting yourself and you accept yourself. And energetically, you will grow and you will become better, and you'll start to live the life that you want and that you deserve, versus the one that is given to you, the one that you have. But I'm going to go ahead and open up for any questions. If you have any questions, because we already been an hour, and then I'm going to close out. And hopefully this has been helpful um, to you about how to grow and use your energy. Because me being someone who talks one-on-one with women, I've heard so many different scenarios that lets me realize a lot of women are using the energy for every and anything, for here and there, but not for themselves. And they pour into other people. And I know it comes from, because it comes from being a little girl. You born a little girl, you're gonna be taught that maybe you should speak up, or when you're spoken to. You're going to be taught that maybe you should care and nurture. You're going to be taught you should be putting other people before yourselves. But when we do that, we're using our energy for other people. Other people are using our energy, and they're able to utilize that energy so they can have the best of the best. So that's the reason why you look around at your friends and they have all these things. You might need to readdress the friendships that you have, the circle that you have. If you can look around your friendship circle and realize that they're thriving and you're not, Look at where your energy is going. Is it going to stand on the phone at 2 o'clock to 5 with your friend because they had a breakup or they have the same breakup every month? Or is it going towards your friends who they complain all the time and they're not productive? Is it going towards your friends who they dump on you all the time about all the things you're doing, all the things that are wrong? Are they just super negative? Are they like not? They make you feel even more insecure about yourself. If you look at your circle, look at your circle because when you, the correct way to have a friendship with women is power. That's the correct way. When you have friends with women and all of you all are pouring into each other, it is powerful. It is energetic. It is healing. It is where you're a powerhouse when y'all are together. When you're with the right group of friends. But when you're with the wrong group of friends, you can see them energetically and in life do better. And there's nothing wrong with them doing better. This is not coming on and saying, "Oh, boo hoo hoo, they should do better." No, 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 no. I'm saying that people that surround you, you should be going and progressing in a manner that you want to, that you should be progressing. It should not be a one-sided deal. It should be just they are progressing, they're elevating, they're evolving, and here I am stuck all the way back here. That's not the way it works. That's the reason why when you have the right group of friends, it's a powerhouse because we're all pouring into each other energetically and our energy is growing and you feel like you can, jump tall buildings together. You feel like you can do any and everything you want to do because you have the correct friendship group. So look at where your energy is going. In order for it to grow, see where your energy is going. Where are you spending your time at? Where are you spending your energy at? What are you doing all the time? How are you being? Look at where everything is going. Then hone in the leak. Because if you're not growing and evolving, there's a leak somewhere. And now it's time to figure out how do we not just plug it up, because it's not about patching it up and continuing forward. Our goal is to be whole. So you don't want to just patch it up, you want to heal it. And you want to become complete. And you want to figure out, okay, so how and what do I need to focus on so that I can use my energy for myself? That I'm hanging around a whole bunch of people who are insecure. They are very insecure. They're pouring into me in this insecure way, and it makes me feel insecure. So it's time for me to either find another group to hang around, or, well, I would say find another group because the thing is, the more we hang around certain things, the more our mindset, the people around us brainwash us to a certain degree. So I would say find another group. And some people would say, don't find another group, figure out another way. I would say find another group because the people who hang around brainwash us. That's the reason why they tell you all the time, if you have 5 broke friends, you will be the 6, because we tend to align and, do what other people are doing that we hang around. So I would say let them go. And because if they are not bringing anything of value, and not just not bringing anything of value, if they're making you feel even more insecure, even more where you don't have self-confidence, or make you even more feel even more bad about yourself, then you don't need that person in your life because they're just taking from you. They're taking from you, and you don't want to be around somebody who's taking from you. Not in that manner, because that means they're the leaky energy, and they're taking from you so that they can feel complete. And since you don't want to be the one that completes them, you want your energy for yourself, you know how to get rid of these people. Like, and one of the things I've done successfully, every time that I realized that I had someone that's coming in that's leaky, I don't just look at them and say, "Hey, they the issue." I realize that if I'm willing to hang around someone who's leaky, there's something in me that is seeking to be healed and to be complete. So I need to figure out what's going on in me that I thought it was a good idea to hang around someone who has that leaky energy, that they need for people to be insecure around them so they can feel secure, or they need people to feel unsafe so they can feel safe, or they need people to feel bad about themselves so they can feel good about themselves. So I would absolutely look at myself and figure out, okay, so what do I need to give to myself so that I can actually be around a better quality, better crowd of people versus someone who has leaky energy. But I definitely would cut them off too. All right, so if anyone else have any other questions, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. I'm gonna give y'all opportunity because I know it's a lag and it's like an hour and 14, so we don't want to go too long. So if I have any questions, you go ahead and drop them down below. I think I answered all the questions so far. I have. I've answered all the questions so far. All right, so I don't see anything else. I thank you, Pedestal Wives and Inner Circle members, for being here. I appreciate you so much. This video is definitely going to be in the sovereign feminine because I think women definitely need to have access to this type of work because too many women use their energy for others and don't try to create that space for themselves. Like some of y'all are running literally on fumes and coffee. And I don't know how you do it because coffee does nothing for me. That's why I only drink 1 cup. All right, so I don't see anything else. I'm going to go ahead and close out the live stream. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all. You all have a good one. Bye.